Hello everyone, and welcome to the third video in the series of videos about nodejs-repl master part, which we are looking for the ways we have to run Node.js in a more efficient way to see the output. For example, in the context that we are learning JavaScript, we are teaching others, we have screencasting videos like this one. Simply running Node.js in this way is not efficient because we have to modify the file, we have to close the file and being on the terminal again and then running Node.js against this one.js file. And also we said that Node.js-repl itself, it's also somehow not efficient. The first efficient way was monitoring the file. We talked about it in the previous video, so if you want to see that way, you can watch the previous video. And today's video is about configuring emacs to have a node.repl inside the emacs buffer. Really simple idea. Of course, first we have to have emacs, which emacs means we have emacs. And then we have to have, let me go to the melfa, I'm not sure about the pronunciation, melfa or melpa repository for the emacs packages that we can install. First, we have to copy this lines of Lisp code on the emacs.file, which is used for emacs configuration. And here I have this line of Lisp code here, which loads the packages that we have, and we can install on the emacs based on this repository. And then after that, we are going to open emacs node.w, which means do not open the emacs in a GUI feature or format. So we have it on terminal, opening emacs on terminal, and then metax package install, and then the package name is nodejs-repl. And about this nodejs-repl, here is the wiki, emacs wiki for Node.js. The number 3, let me zoom. The number 3 is using Node.js-repl, and here we have the instruction and the also repositories for this, which we have opened. I have opened it here. This is the Node.js repl el file and repository, the number of star and the I don't know creator, and then the usage and the configuration for having the hooks, the shortcuts that we are going to use within the emacs within the Node.js-repl. So we are going to copy this and Control Z and run the cat command again, and I added to the .emacs file at the end. So Emacs, after opening a JavaScript file, Emacs is able to detect that this is a JavaScript file, and this command, this script is going to be loaded, and we have this shortcuts within the file or within the buffer. Even there's no file, there's no JavaScript file, we are on the buffer. So Control XB for creating a buffer, and we name it for JS. So a really simple buffer, and then metax JS mode turn the buffer to a JavaScript buffer. Const log console log bind the console and log hi Node.js. A really simple 2 lines of JavaScript code. And then notice that I did not save this buffer on the disk. There is no JavaScript file. Then Control X3 for having another buffer, and it's a simultaneous, has the same reflection as the left side. So the right side is the exact same buffer as the left side. And we are going to turn the right side buffer into a Node.js-repl, which we had in the second feature, the second way of running Node.js here, 1 plus 1. What is this? 1 plus 1, 2. We are going to run this repl built in Node.js inside the vim. So metax Node.js-repl 1 plus 1 plus 1, 2, the exact same feature. And then going back to the left side, Control XO to the left side and Control CH, we will see that instruction that we had here on the website. This Control X, Control E, Control C, Control J, and other instructions here, that so Emacs could load the file and detect that we have this shortcut for this file. Control XO for changing between windows. Control XK for killing the buffer, so we do not need this buffer, we need this node.js buffer. Control XO to go to the left side, and the fun begins here. Control CJ will send this line from the left side to the right side. Really simple, really easy. And then if we run this log file, because the log variable already assigned to the console, this line is going to be printed on the nodejs-repl, Control C, Control J, and you can see it here. So let's copy this line, Alt W, let's paste it, not in this way, sorry, I should paste it in this way. So in this way and in this way. For example, we can select this 5 lines. It's not suitable. Maybe make it 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. For example, we can send the line 1, this one, Control CJ here, or the 5, Control CJ, or we can select this region, or Control CR to send the whole this selected 5 lines to the right side. So really simple configuration and really more efficient way than the second one, because in the second one we have to Cut3js, we have to save the file on the disk. But going to the fourth one here, there is no disk involvement, there is no storing all the time, saving or writing and then loading into the memory all the time. So it's more efficient than sending from the left side buffer to the right side buffer. And after the test, after the the class, after the teaching ourselves or other people or screening the cast, we are able to really Control XW to save the file on the disk, for example 4.js, and then we have it on the disk. So Control XO going to the right side, Control XK or K for killing the buffer, yes, and then Control XC to close the Emacs editor, then nodejs 4 file, we have the same output. This was the second efficient way of running Node.js, or maybe I'm not sure, for example it's possible with Python, but I'm not sure about, for example, PHP. So this was the second efficient way of running Node.js and having a node.js-repl within the editor we have. In the next video we are going to talk about Vim, which is even more efficient than this way. Thank you for watching, and it's time to kill FF